Hi guys, it's the Island Girl and I'm back with another one for you today. And today I'm checking out why the Netherlands is insanely well designed. So we're going to get right into this one. So if you're new to my channel, it's the first time here, come on in, wrap back, put a smile on your face and enjoy. To my regular, schmegular, day one, sweetie pie, sweetie poos, come on in, wrap back, put a smile on your face and enjoy. All right guys, so I did a video check it out about the Netherlands in roughly 12 minutes. I know that you guys have a lot of bicycles. I know that the men are very tall. You people are very tall, handsome. The women are beautiful, a lot of redheads. So that much I know. All right, so why am I smiling? Listen, it's a very tall, handsome. Women are beautiful. All right, let's get into this. Let's get into this video because I'm diving into the Netherlands. It's so beautiful from what I've seen so far.
This is a map of bike path density in Europe. All the purple lines are bike paths, and if you divert your attention to the left part of this map, you'll see a coastal country with a lot of purple lines. This is the Netherlands,
Exactly.
a densely populated country that knows a thing or two about designing brilliant infrastructure.
Ooh.
And the bike paths play a significant role in that. See, with a population of 17.4 million people and a landmass of approximately 41,500 square kilometers.
That's a lot. A bike. But I'm not gonna lie. It is so beautiful. The pictures that I've seen so far, even riding on a bike, it looks so peaceful. It looks so beautiful. I know we just started, but I'm so excited. Yeah, that's a lot. 17.4 million with that much kilometers. Wow. Densely populated indeed.
The Netherlands is smaller in size, yet more densely populated than most European countries. So, in order to navigate that, they've come up with effective and interesting ways to handle population movement in and around their country. The most notable of which is, of course, the cycling infrastructure. And yes, it is as serious as everybody says it is, as it enables the 23 million bikes that are in the Netherlands to roam the streets.
I know I just paused. 23 million bikes? Are you guys serious? I know there were a lot, but I didn't realize it was that much. 23 million bikes. I can live like that. I can see that though. Look at people. They're just looking happy going by, riding their bikes. You know, no, a lot of air pollution, nothing like that. Yeah, I'll be yapping. Let's continue. Wow.
And by the way, 23 million bikes means that there are 1.3 bikes per capita. That's absolutely insane. I mean, what would the bike per capita be in the United States? Maybe 0.5? What?
Yeah.
It's 0.3. That would mean if you met an American, there is a greater chance they're obese than them owning a bicycle. Mad. Anyway.
Sorry. Had to pause there. He's like, they're a piece and they're, yeah. Anyway, but it's true. There's not much biking that take place here. And even if you have some weight on your bone and you have a bike, you don't necessarily use it. Everything, you jump in your car and you go. I love this though.
When you combine the Netherlands' bike infrastructure with its amazing public transport, you get a ridiculously smooth and efficient system.
Wow.
Here's how it works in Amsterdam. Commuters will use their bikes to get to and enter transit stations, where they simply park their bikes in these enormous bike parking garages. Then they'll travel on either a bus, tram or train to their final destination. But most of the time the fastest and most convenient option is simply taking the bikes to the final destination.
Oh, wow.
But why is cycling the most convenient option? What has the Netherlands done for this to be the case?
Yeah.
Well, the country has made cycling incredibly easy, with 32,000 kilometers of bike lanes that aren't just a small strip along a heavily trafficked road.
Oh.
Now, the Dutch do things differently. They have marked out red asphalt pavements like this strictly for cyclists. The only time cars and bikes end up on the same road is when the speed limit is less than 30 kilometers an hour,
Oh, wow.
and car volume is low. Any higher than that and there is a clear separation like this one, even on highways and roundabouts. But the Netherlands is a whole lot more than just biking and their capital city, Amsterdam. And to be honest, the most impressive infrastructure in the Netherlands is not even in Amsterdam. To see that, we have to go to Utrecht, a city that lies right here south of Amsterdam. It hosts the largest bike parking facility in the world, room to park over 12,500 bicycles, and it has 24/7 camera surveillance. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. There's no way this can be replicated in other countries. This is alien-like. But that's a myth, and there's a very simple reason for that. Just take a look at Rotterdam. During World War II, the city was practically demolished and looked, well, like this. The Dutch had to rebuild everything, and they chose to go for an automobile-centered design, which is exactly how North American cities were built too.
Yeah.
And considering where the Netherlands is today, it's crazy to think that many Dutch cities were heading in this direction too. But by the 70s, Rotterdam residents were tired of major road fatalities and plummeting cycling and walking culture. So they demanded reform. And the regulators listened. Public transportation was then heavily invested in, and roads were rebuilt to facilitate bike lanes. After which, cycling regained its popularity.
That's beautiful. Now, these people knew what they wanted, they were listened to, and things took place. It happened. It's amazing to see how, when he showed that roundabout and everything, and the red, they have their red line. Just not a little strip like here, one little strip. And the crazy thing about the US is the bike lane is not even painted a different color. It's just one little, you just see one little white line and a little space for the bikers to against the heavy flow of traffic. Whether you're going 60 miles per hour or you're going 25 miles per hour, that's what they get. Just a little lane for themselves. This right here is how it's supposed to be. You understand me? And I can understand because there was so much accident. They said, look, let us revisit this. Let us do something different. Now, this is what I'm talking about. And you can understand. Now I understand why you guys are lean, mean machines. Why you guys look so strong, healthy, beautiful, and yeah. Let's continue.
This just goes to show that even North American cities can do this if they choose to do so. But the determinism and people-centered planning of the Netherlands extends out of the cities and into Dutch suburbs as well. To bring this point home, let's compare typical Dutch suburbs to those in a state that's just as bustling and growing. In the United States, Florida. Now sure, Florida is 3.4 times larger than the Netherlands, but the argument should still stand. So here is a
Hold up. Did he just say Florida is 3.4 times larger than the Netherlands? You're telling... Oh yeah, because he did say it was... It is small. It is a very small place. Oh wow. Interesting. I didn't know that.
So here is a typical Miami suburb. What do you notice? There's a lot of greenery, but mostly there's a lot of roads and they're specifically made for cars. Sure, there are sidewalks, but they are thin and can barely accommodate a cycler and pedestrian at the same time. And now let's look at a Dutch suburb. The homes here are much smaller, and that's an important detail, as it leaves more space for communal centers like parks and proper biking and walking lanes separated from the road by greenery. I can definitely understand that it seems like a sacrifice to have smaller homes, but what you get in return is efficiency. And if time is the most valuable thing we have, then this system is superior. And while Dutch efficiency has become somewhat of a trademark for the country, things weren't always so blissful and enviable. You see, technically speaking, a large part of the Netherlands should not exist, and this is what amazes me the most. See, the Netherlands was notorious for constant flooding thanks to its low elevation and closeness to the North Sea. But the Dutch have found a way to beat the ocean multiple times. This is the reason why nearly 20% of the land in the Netherlands is reclaimed land from the many marshes, swamps, lakes, and of course the sea. But how? Well, two words: delta works. After a deadly storm in 1953, that covered over 150,000 hectares of land and took the lives of an estimated 2,000 people, the Dutch decided something had to be done. Delta Works was the answer. Delta Works is a vast network of 13 dams and barriers, featuring sluices, locks, dikes, and levees. They shelter off these 4 inlets, namely Haringvlietdam, Broersdam, Oosterscheldekering, and Verzegatdam. I'm sorry, Dutch people, I tried my best. Anyway, they used these to reduce the coastline by 700 kilometers and remove the need for smaller and weaker levees and dams that would require constant maintenance. Pretty ingenious.
Interesting. So that makes sense though, because if they took so much land back or stop the water from coming in, they had to make sure that whatever they're putting up would cut the flow of how much water come inland. That is pretty amazing. So they have 4 major dams. Listen, this is what planning and thinking and strategizing gives you. This is what it gives you, guys. Because to me right there, that's amazing. Just planning everything out and say, listen, how are we going? Because I did not realize that I'm just diving into the Netherlands, but I had no clue that you guys had a major flooding where so many people died. And look, you guys took the time out to think and say, listen, we can't let this happen again. We need to fix it. Wow.
I gotta say. But the Dutch haven't just prevented floodings, they've also created new land. They achieved this without using modern technology. How? Well, first they would section off the areas they wanted to reclaim, whereafter they would drain the water out by harvesting the energy of the wind, using, of course, windmills.
What?
This created flat plains comprised of a very unique soil that happens to be perfect for growing tulips. And this is why the Netherlands account for 80% of the world's tulip exports, which is kind of strange to think about. But today, these waters and innovations have earned the Netherlands some pretty envious titles, including the largest storm surge barrier in the world, that laid the ground for the largest and most efficient seaport in Europe, the port of Rotterdam. Located here in the delta of the Rhine and Meuse rivers, Rotterdam is in a perfect strategic location for ships coming from or going into the North Sea. To understand the sheer size of this port, here is a map of Manhattan laid on top. As you can see, the port of Rotterdam is about 1.5 times the size of Manhattan. It's huge, and with 82.5% of the Netherlands' GDP coming from exports, it's fair to say that the port of Rotterdam is really important. I could go on and on about this port's efficiency, but all you need to know is that it wins best port infrastructure year after year. The Dutch are incredibly talented at designing great infrastructure.
You guys are talented indeed. You guys are amazing at building different, you guys, infrastructure, because this right here, just the way that he explained it and how look at Manhattan Port, does the size of that compared to yours, and you guys realize how to make everything, to navigate all the stuff coming into that port right there. That's amazing. That's just amazing. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, just look at the Amsterdam Airport, Schiphol, the 3rd busiest airport in Europe. It looks pretty average until you consider the number of people moving through this structure. Schiphol facilitates 68 to 80 million passengers annually to 332 direct destinations, utilizing its 6 runways facing multiple directions. Schiphol coordinates an average of 1,500 to 1,600 departures and landings per day, giving them an hourly average of 110 to 120 aircrafts. And
68 to 80 million passengers annually. I had to read this again because this is crazy. 332 direct destination, 1,500 to 1,600 departures and landing per day, and 100 to 120 aircraft hourly, and they only have 6 runway going in, 6 runway going out. Now that is what you, oh my word, this is crazy. This is, my mind is blown just based on how you have explained everything so far. That is amazing. For such a small airport, taxiing in and out, so much, the statistic is ridiculous, and you guys manage that. Yeah, you got it together. Yeah.
Schiphol accomplishes this despite being smaller than other major airports like Adolfo Suarez Madrid in Spain or the Leonardo da Vinci International Airport in Italy. The best thing about this airport though is that once passengers arrive, they have a number of transportation options, as the high-speed Thalys and Columbus trains can be accessed just beneath the terminal building. From here, you can take a 15-minute ride to the Amsterdam Central Station, or use the Dutch rail network to travel across the country. Honestly, you could go anywhere from here. If trains aren't your style, then the airport offers affordable express buses as well.
Wow.
The funny thing about this airport though is that it's 4 meters below sea level, sitting on what used to be Haarlem Lake. But all in all though, the Netherlands is an overload of intelligent design, and while some people might think it's nearly impossible to implement these methods into other countries, the reality is these methods can be replicated any place in the world if the people and leadership are willing to collaborate and listen to one another and invest in infrastructure that is people, environment and future centered. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
This is, I'm not gonna lie, this was amazing. I'm getting this from OBF. The link will be in this description below if you want to watch it undisturbed. I cannot believe that. No, it's not that I cannot believe. It's just fascinating to me that you guys take the time out to make sure everything that you design or everything that you do is within accordance to the people. Huh? It's beneficial for the country. And of course, it can be done elsewhere. But I love the way he put it. That is, if the people and the officials in office take what we have to say or what people have to say and make it work. That ain't happening here. It ain't everybody. Too many people have too many different opinions. Ain't nobody going to come together. And if it's not monetary gain, it has nothing to do with them. Pretty much. So it ain't going to happen here. But this is amazing. I'm diving into the Netherlands and I am loving it. Now, my mouth is watering because I'm thinking about food and I want to see what kind of food you guys eat. I want to see the profit or different states. Or look, I'm diving in. It's the island girl and I'm running out of here because I will chat. I won't stop chatting. Let me know in the comment section what you'd like me to check out. To all my Dutch people that are here, welcome. Go in the comment section and say, Island girl, check this out. It will be done, okay? Don't forget to rock back, relax, continue to put a smile on your face and enjoy life. All right, guys? I love you guys and I'll definitely catch you guys in another video.